Hi and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Cassia. On this channel we discuss all aspects of the ascension process. I have a variety of services that I offer to assist in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. Today we're going to be doing the daily reading for Sunday, January 3rd, 2020. And today is a day that's ruled by the crown chakra and guided by free will. Today is a portal day. And so we will be receiving activations. We will be receiving a bit more as far as the otherworldly is concerned, as far as the activation of our light bodies, all of those different things. This is a day where we can communicate very effectively with the unseen realms if we so choose. And so today, also being a portal day, we want to make sure that we're taking especially good care of our physical selves, because those DNA activations, these light codes, everything that we are receiving through these portals can be a bit tiring on the body as the body is recalibrating and adjusting. So we want to bear that in mind. The galactic signature of today is the yellow resonant sun energy. And the yellow sun tribe is about enlightenment, universal fire, and life. And so it really has an emphasis on that sun and the healing power of the sun. And this idea of allowing our sun and the grand central sun to activate our inner sun, our inner truth. And this is where that energy of enlightenment comes. And it's that energy of allowing ourselves to be the empty vessel. So it's complete detachment from the ego, from all of the perceived structures of the self, letting go of all of that, releasing all of that so we can simply be what we truly are, which is a divine spark of light. And so really allowing our divine essence to shine today, especially when we have this resonant tone, which is all about channeling, inspiring, and attunement. And so really allowing ourselves to resonate at our highest frequency by emptying ourselves, emptying our hearts, emptying our minds, emptying our being of anything that distracts us from that sense of truly, simply being. This is the energy of I am everything and I am nothing, right? And so when we are nothing, we are able to become everything, to really connect in with that sense of being everything, with that complete interconnectedness, with all of the cosmos and all of what is. So that's a really, it's an interesting energy. It is an energy that is a little bit difficult to kind of wrap your head around, but it's really just emptying the self and allowing that is where that sense of enlightenment comes in when we detach from everything. It's like a very Buddhist kind of energy, it feels like. And then we want to pay attention to the energies that we are attuning ourselves to, right? Because we resonate with the energies around us. And so we want to be very cognizant of that. And the more empty we are able to be, the purer the channel we are able to be today, the more we're going to be able to notice what we are resonating with and what different energies surround us. And so we get to choose what energies we surround ourselves with to an extent, right? In every circumstance that we can, at least, we want to be consciously choosing the energies that we are resonating with, the energies that surround us. And we want to come to our own personal resonance. And we want to then channel that resonance out into the world. So the affirmation for today is, I channel in order to enlighten inspiring life. I seal the matrix of universal fire with the resonant tone of attunement. I am guided by the power of free will. I am a galactic activation portal. Enter me. And for the astrology today, we do have the moon now in the sign of Virgo. We have a lot of earth energy going on in the chart today. We have our sun, of course, in Capricorn, our Mercury in Capricorn, our moon in Virgo. And then we do still have Venus and Mars in fire signs, and they are still trining each other. So there is still that harmony when it comes to the masculine and the feminine aspects of ourselves. There is a bit of that kind of slightly romantic energy possibly in the air, that invigorated, passionate kind of energy, are as these two aspects of ourselves come into harmony and into alignment. And we can see this evidence possibly in our outer lives as well, and in our relationships with those personifications of those masculine and feminine energies. We also have going on today another grand trine, and this is an earth trine, and it's a loose trine. None of them are quite exact, but it's still absolutely worth mentioning. And this is between the sun, Uranus, and the moon. And so again, once again, with the sun being our consciousness, the moon being our subconscious, our instinctual nature, our emotional nature, and then Uranus being that activator, that force that really pushes us above and beyond, asking us to evolve, showing us the path for evolution, we can really feel this energy as more inviting us once again to expand, inviting us to evolve. And really a grand trine is extremely supportive and harmonious, especially in earth signs. So this is like very, very strategic, very logical, very like very stable energy. And we're going to be seeing these energies more and more as we have Mars getting ready to move into Taurus, and so that is an earth sign. We have Mercury getting ready, not quite yet, but Mercury actually is an earth sign. Mercury is going to be moving into Aquarius shortly here, but we'll be in Capricorn for a little bit longer. And then we have Venus, who is going to be preparing to move into Capricorn. And so we're getting a lot of that earth energy, and then that Aquarius energy with Mercury that's going to help us to see from that grander perspective and then really put things into concrete action. And so we're setting the stage for that process of being invited to put things into action, to really think logically and long term, right? Capricorn is a sign, as is Taurus, that thinks in a very long term manner. Like, what do I need to do today that's going to benefit me tomorrow kind of energy? And so with this grand trine and these earth energies, we're already kind of moving into that energy and into that flow and seeing like how we can support ourselves on these different levels of being in a very physical, stable, practical sense. Let's see what else we have going on here today that is worth noting. We still have that Mercury sextile with Neptune. We still have Mercury conjunct Pluto. So still that energy that's really allowing us to get a deeper look inside our own minds, inside our own selves, to really understand and see what's going on there, and to also facilitate deeper styles of communication. So that communication energy still coming through where we can really penetrate to the heart of a matter and do it with like a more of a spiritual kind of focal point, which is really beautiful energy. We also have the sun in a sextile to Neptune right now. And so this is very beneficial as well, as sort of allowing us to see that bigger picture, that higher picture, really pushing us to think about our spiritual evolution and to see things and to act, right, from that more from that more spiritual lens, if you will, from that higher vision and higher scope, and really being cognizant of our place in the collective and how our actions affect the collective, and really understanding that on a consciousness level, how our consciousness and the ways that we enact that consciousness affect the entire collective. And so this is really quite beneficial energy, I think, that we are experiencing right now. We still have Mars gently squaring off against Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto. So there is some of that tension, but that tension is really pushing us to act at this point. We're really getting to the place where everything, all of these tense aspects are simply pushing us to act. We also have Uranus in a loose square to Jupiter and Saturn. And so really pushing us to expand, pushing us to grow, pushing us out past our comfort zone. And any areas where we are feeling sort of blocked are areas where we're being invited to look a little more deeply and to see more deeply what is going on, to understand that at a deeper, more visceral level. And when we can understand what the perceived obstacle, what the perceived block is all about, we can then release that and lift that and move through that. So just really, really beautiful, powerful energies that we are working with as we begin to start off the week. And so we're going to pull a couple Black Moon astrology cards. Clear. Let's get some energies for Sunday, January 3rd, 2021. I'm not sure if I said 2021 or 2020 at the beginning of this, but you guys know what I'm talking about. You know what I meant. It takes a little while to catch up. I think a lot of people were so excited for 2020 to end, right? That they very much remember that we're in 2021. I remember, but it's the verbiage. Sometimes it sort of escapes me still. And honestly, I didn't think 2020 was all that terrible of a year. I thought it was an incredibly transformational year. And so I also don't see 2021 being too much different, to be quite honest. I think that it'll be a bit easier to navigate in the sense that like we're used to these energies pushing us now. And we've sort of adjusted our pace to match, but I think it's just going to be just as intense. And as we say that, we have the Mars Force card coming out as the first card. And so this is intense energy right here, right? This is that energy of Mars that we were talking about, as Mars, who has been in the sign of Aries for, I don't know, like 7 months now, I think. A very long time for Mars. Really reconditioning, reformatting the masculine essence of our nature is, as we said, getting ready to move into Taurus shortly. And so it's like this energy is very much on our minds. This is the energy of forward momentum. This is the energy of our will. This is, I'm feeling it like our primal nature in some ways. Let's get some more cards here so we can sort of see. And then we have Venus popping out love. All right. And Aries, I am. So a lot of that energy, right? Mars rules Aries, and Mars is in the sign of Aries right now. And so we're feeling really, really empowered when it comes to love, I'm feeling like. Very empowered and very passionate when it comes to love. And this makes sense if you see we have, this is the trine that we have going on here between Mars and Venus right now, right? This is our masculine and our feminine. And we're becoming very empowered when it comes to understanding what we seek from love, how we seek love, what it is that we do love, what it is that we value. I'm feeling Venus right now coming through very strongly as value as well. And really like being inspired and motivated to move toward what it is that we are valuing, right? To really make concentrated efforts on that trajectory, essentially, and to really go after what it is that we want, especially when it comes, and this isn't just in love, this is also in finances for a lot of people, feeling really motivated to move forward when it comes to finances, when it comes to your entire material realm, basically. And then we have the part of fortune increase coming up. So yeah, finances are going to increase. We are really looking at the ways that we can increase. It's like our I am energy has been strengthened and fortified, right? I am powerful. I am capable. I am a divine being of light. I am a conscious co-creator. And as a result of that, there's going to be an increase in fortune when it comes to our finances, when it comes to our romantic lives, right? Our love lives, our partnerships and relationships of all kinds. Because we are stepping more firmly into this energy, we're really commanding our energy when it comes to this. And we know what we want and we're going after it, and we're not accepting less than what it is we want. And that energy is going to be very fortuitous for us. And then we have the Aquarius, I know, right? I know what I deserve. I know what I am worth. I know what I want. And I know that I have everything within me that is necessary to get it, is really the energy. And it's like, because I know myself, right? This is the I am energy. And so it's very much about us also having gotten to know ourselves. And really in this place, it's like I'm feeling like there's going to be some light shed for people on what is it that I know about me? What have I learned about me? What is it that I know that I want? What is it that I know that I deserve? And really, as we sit more confidently in that knowledge, it's like things are being revealed to us. And we're starting to see what is worth fighting for and what is not, right? Where is the juice worth the squeeze is kind of the energy that's coming through right now. And then we have the destiny. So we're really being pushed toward our destiny. We're really being pushed toward destined and fated relationships. I'm really beginning to see those for what they are. We're really being pushed when it comes to our life path and our life purpose toward our destiny where that's concerned, because we're embracing more of who we are. We're really stepping more firmly into an understanding of who we are as an individual. And that is really pushing us forward as far as into all sorts of destined and fated events, I feel, have been unfolding and are getting ready to really unfold as we kick 2021 off. And so this should be some really interesting energy. I actually want to grab a couple tarot cards and see what they say. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have Mercury retrograde, reinvention, and under that, the grand trine blessings. And so I really love that as well. We've been talking about those grand trines. We've had a couple of those now. We had the fire trine, and now we have that earth trine. So that reinvention energy, like really reinventing ourselves, reinventing our lives. As we reinvent ourselves, we begin to reinvent our lives. And we are going to have a Mercury retrograde coming up I do believe, in Aquarius. And so that we will have a video on that and what we can expect to learn, how we can expect to grow within that energy. And so there's definitely, I feel, it's almost like they're pointing towards like this Mercury retrograde is going to be really powerful for people too. And it's really going to help facilitate, right, the furthering of this energy that we're starting to feel today, of us really knowing what it is, who it is that we are, what it is that we want, and what it is going to take to get us to those things. And really some of those things just being pulled in by the shift in our energy in and of itself. Like that's that destiny aspect. It's like when we align with our destiny comes rushing in. And as we say that, first card out, Knight of Swords. So that is the energy of someone or something rushing in. This is really intense, fast-moving energy. And so what else can we say about that? Then we have the Six of Pentacles. And so this is reciprocity. This is even give and take. Yes. And then we have the Three of Wands and the Emperor. Okay? With the Knight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So this is basically just reiterating everything that we just said, right? It's this energy rushing in, us being very decisive and moving forward toward what it is that we want. Knowing, but also being strategic, right? The Emperor is balancing out the Knight of Swords energy. Where the Knight of Swords can be, this is like that pure Mars energy, even though this is an air sign, right? But it feels, its energy is very much that way of like just rushing in, head first into a situation, kind of plunging in almost recklessly, but very daringly, right? But the Emperor is the energy that sort of evens that out. And this card does represent Mars or Aries energy traditionally, although I read it a lot of times as Capricorn energy because he feels much more Capricorn to me, because he is very strategic, he is very logical, he is very much about that bigger picture and how do we get there. So it's like the tempering of that energy with this Emperor energy. This is us stepping into our authority, into that I am presence, and commanding the energy, commanding the manifestations. And things coming in that are fair and balanced, right? Yeah. So I feel like this is the Six of Pentacles. Let's get a little more on the Six of Pentacles here. But that Knight of Swords energy was that passionate energy that we were talking about. That passionate, fiery energy. Yeah. So we have air and fire, which is perfect because that's what we've been talking about in this reading, right? Air, fire, and earth. Tell me more about the Six of Pentacles. Queen of Cups and the Hermit. Okay. And so the reason that there is more balanced energy coming in, the more of this even give and take kind of energy that we are seeking from others, and we are also being willing to provide for others, right? That's that reciprocity. It's like, I'm not just giving, I'm also receiving. And that sort of energy coming in. The reason that what allows this energy to transpire is this spiritual awakening that we've undergone, and this heart opening that we've been working on as a result. So this really, it's the balancing of the emotions, the balancing of the heart energies, and this intense period of awakening. So it's like for a while, we're in this hermit energy. We had to, and some of us may still be here, right? We had to move back, pull back into ourselves, really go through this journey of enlightenment where we shine that lantern on all of the hidden inner parts of ourselves, and really on our emotional nature and our heart nature, and bring that into balance and bring that into harmony and equilibrium, which then shows up as harmony and equilibrium on the outside. And then we're in this patient process, right? This patient process as we go through this internal revolution, right? This reinvention, we emerge as this. And tell me some more about the Three of Wands. More about the Three of Wands. The Hierophant and the Wheel of Fortune. Interesting. We got two major arcana coming out for the Three of Wands. And we got a bunch of major arcana on the table. We got the Emperor, we got the Hermit. Now we have the Hierophant and the Wheel of Fortune. And so this is very much, these are those destined and fated events, those blessings, right, that we've been talking about. And there are a lot of spiritual blessings, right? I look at one of the ways that I read this card is like a spiritual upgrade, or upgrading to the next level of our spiritual journey. And so that's part of what this process was all about. And it's sort of like, these are the blessings coming in. We know that these blessings are coming in. We're just kind of ready for them. We're ready and waiting for them because we know that they're on their way in as a result of this work. And this for some people is also commitment, right? The Hierophant can represent marriage and things like that. This is also Taurus energy. So we have Virgo energy, Taurus energy, and Aries, or what I would also consider Capricorn energy on the table right now. And that is funny because these are some of the signs that we've got Virgo, which is ruled by Mercury, right? We're talking about Mercury. And then we have Taurus, Capricorn, and Aries, which are also the signs that we were talking about. And so all of those energies very much apparent here with the Aquarius energy down here on the table as well. But yeah, so for some people, this is some type of commitment coming through. If this relates to, we had a lot of that love energy coming through. So as we balance out and heal our hearts, we then are able to attract in something stable. This is blessed. This is just high blessings, though, above all else. Like these two cards together are, I mean, what did we have? The Part of Fortune and the Grand Trine, right? So that exemplifies that energy perfectly. This is all of our blessings coming in as a result of healing, of doing that shadow work, of healing that heart, balancing out those energies, right? This is what is coming our direction. And then let's get a couple cards for the Emperor, just because. Okay. And then we have the Two of Pentacles, which I'm feeling in this as balance, right? We have the Six of Swords, moving on to calmer mental waters, and the Chariot, focused intention. So it's almost like moving out of this state of juggling, this state of being unsure, and coming into balance, right? Coming into mental balance. And then being very focused on what it is, the direction that we're wanting to move, and moving in that direction, I'm feeling. And then we have the Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck, which is clarity, right? This is a new cycle of clarity, communication, judgment. Judgment with the Hanged Man, right? So this is like a major shift in perception, this is major breakthrough energy, as far as something that we have possibly been trying to figure out and understand. Really, the understanding of that coming through intensely. The end of an incredibly painful cycle. And then there is a message or an offer coming through. This is that earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, that stable earth energy. It's slow moving, but it is solid. So I really love that. That is good stuff, you guys. All right, let's close this with a guidance from the Conscious Spirit cards. Clear. What final guidance do we have from the Conscious Spirit cards? Final guidance for today. Archangel Raphael. I invite Archangel Raphael to bring healing and knowledge into my life. And so Archangel Raphael coming through, telling you guys, if you are seeking that healing, right? We're talking about that balancing, right, of the emotions, of that shadow journey, that internal journey that we've been on. If you are seeking healing for that, or for anything, or that knowledge, right? This is all heavy knowledge coming through. If you are seeking this, reach out to him, ask him for help. He would love to be your guide through that process. And then on the bottom of the deck, I gratefully accept the abundance the earth bestows upon me, right? So we welcome that abundance with a grateful heart. All right, I love you guys. I appreciate you so very, very much. If you liked this video, like this video. Comment down below. Let me know how today is resonating, how this reading is resonating, how you guys are feeling. I love hearing from you guys. There are links down below to donate if you feel so moved to do so. My email is also down below with the description of my services. Please reach out to me if you would like assistance in any way, shape, or form. I would love to provide that for you. I will talk to you guys soon.